Have you ever noticed how you can't recall what you had for lunch yesterday, yet every TikTok sound from last week echoes perfectly in your head? It's not just you, it's all of us. According to a 2025 Harvard University study, people who primarily use mobile devices show 20% lower sustained attention than those who mostly use desktops. In other words, our brains are quietly adapting to the rhythm of our screens. This is what some researchers now call brain rot. Not a medical diagnosis, but a term that captures the slow erosion of focus, memory, and meaning in the age of infinite content. Today we'll explore how it happens, why it's so powerful, and, most importantly, how to take your mind back. Let's start with what brain rot really means. We live inside an attention economy, one where every notification, every swipe, every scroll is competing for milliseconds of our focus. And it's working. Neuroscientist Gloria Mark found that the average person now switches tasks every 47 seconds when using digital devices. That means your brain is constantly resetting, never quite finishing one thing before starting the next. Over time, this kind of stimulation trains the mind for speed, not depth. A 2024 meta-analysis in the European Journal of Radiology even linked excessive internet use to grey matter shrinkage in areas of the brain responsible for impulse control and planning, the same regions that help us think long-term. It's as if the architecture of attention itself is being remodeled, for the worse. The problem goes deeper than habit. It's evolutionary. For hundreds of thousands of years, our ancestors' brains evolved to spot predators, find food, and read human faces. Each discovery released dopamine, a chemical reward for paying attention to what mattered. Today, that same reward system lights up for every notification, every like, every clip. But these rewards are empty calories for the mind. Our neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, once helped us adapt to new environments. Now, it's adapting us to digital ones. A 2025 review in Psychological Reports confirms that this constant novelty fragments attention, making sustained focus feel unnatural, even uncomfortable. No platform demonstrates this better than TikTok. Its algorithm doesn't just recommend content, it learns what keeps you hooked, testing your engagement every few seconds. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that TikTok activates the brain's mesolimbic dopamine pathway, the same circuit used in gambling. That's why the next video always feels just one swipe away from perfect satisfaction. As psychiatrist Anna Lemke explains in Dopamine Nation, this intermittent reward system desensitizes us over time. The more we scroll, the less we feel, until only the most extreme, stimulating content can hold our attention. And it's not just focus we're losing, it's memory itself. The Google effect, discovered by Columbia University in 2011, showed that when we know information can be found online, we're less likely to remember it. A 2024 meta-analysis in Memory and Cognition confirmed that this reliance on digital recall weakens our internal memory systems, replacing true knowledge with what psychologists call just-in-time memory. We're remembering less because we believe the internet will remember for us. In doing so, we've turned the web into an external hard drive, and our minds into temporary caches. The youngest among us are paying the highest price. According to the Annie E. Casey Foundation, 2024, 40% of children receive a tablet by age 2. And in a 2021 study published in JAMA Pediatrics, children born during the pandemic, when screens replaced much of real interaction, scored an average IQ of 78 compared to 100 before COVID. Teachers now describe Generation Alpha as less focused, less verbal, and less patient. Their brains tuned to 15-second intervals. A 2024 paper in New Media and Society coined the phrase brain rot language to describe the slang born from viral culture. Words like Riz, Skibidi, or Sigma. It's not meaningless, but it's symbolic of a shrinking linguistic landscape, expression reduced to noise. Meanwhile, trends like mewing and looks-maxing feed anxiety and self-obsession. The Child Mind Institute, 2025, warns that constant exposure to appearance-based content correlates with early body dysmorphia and rising adolescent depression. Adults aren't immune either. The average attention span is now 8.25 seconds, according to 2025 Samba recovery data, shorter than that of a goldfish. Constant screen exposure disrupts sleep, heightens irritability, and fosters a quiet dependence on stimulation. A 2024 Guardian analysis described doomscrolling as a form of self-inflicted hypnosis, a way to fill silence that once gave birth to creativity. We're not lazy, we're overstimulated, and in the process of staying connected, many of us have become disconnected from our work, our relationships, and ourselves. But here's the twist. The same brain that adapts to distraction can also adapt to focus. Neuroplasticity works both ways. A 2023 review in Frontiers in Psychiatry showed that mindfulness, controlled digital breaks, and deliberate focus training can restore executive function in those affected by internet overuse. Start simple. Turn awareness into data. Check your screen time without judgment. Then design friction into your environment. Charge your phone outside your bedroom or schedule no-screen meals. Gradually rebuild your attention span through what Gloria Mark calls progressive focus. If you can only handle 15 seconds of reading now, start there. Then stretch it to 5 minutes, then 20. Recalibrate your dopamine system. Schedule 30 minutes each day of intentional boredom. No screens, no distractions. Neuroscientists say this resets your brain's baseline, making small joys, conversation, books, even quiet, rewarding again. Move your body. Walk, stretch, journal. These acts re-anchor your brain in the real world, where meaning actually lives. Brain rot isn't the end of our story. It's the moment we realize how valuable our attention truly is. 100,000 years ago, focus meant survival. Today, it means sanity. If we can reclaim our attention, we can reclaim our humanity. If this video made you think, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching. Now go do something offline. Your brain will thank you for it.